Welcome to a legit guide for Wisp, the cheat code.
Is that a hoe?
It's that time, everyone. You know, I'm here again, once again, yet again, right here and then.
Are you okay?
Don't worry, I'm having a stroke because I fucking hate this game.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Anyways, today we're talking about Wisp, that one character that everyone loves to play. And by play, I mean just sit there and look at her assets. Y'all need help. Wisp is basically just a cheat code for Warframe, because this frame is just everything that you want as a buff, just force pushed into one character. You got a speed boost, damage buff, more health, fucking lightning, more healing, CC, a car, $1 million, a big TD goth girlfriend. This frame can do it all. She's like the fucking Oprah of Warframe. You get a buff, and you get a buff, and you can go fuck yourself, but you get a buff. It's like DE looked at Trinity and decided, you know what? Fuck this frame. And so they made Wisp so that Trinity mains can feel bad about playing a fucking lobster. Wisp basically trivializes the entire game by making sure that every fucking front of survivability is covered. She's the support that does everything, and it's all thanks to these little fucking floating ball sacks that she puts on everyone. She just puts her balls into everyone's face. That's a shitty joke. Let's be honest though, we all love Wisp. I mean, just look at her. Like, come on. Who doesn't like the rush of having steroids injected into your body? And everything just feels like it's going on overdrive. Playing Wisp is like you're going up to everyone on your team and you're just injecting them with fucking boosters that have been injected with more drugs. This imagery is getting a little weird. Her passive is passive. I don't know why the fuck it's called like that, man. That's just what the wiki calls it. Whenever you're in the air, as in jumping or gliding, Wisp will become invisible. What's nice about this passive is that you can use it while in a tight spot while having the ball sacks on you. You just jump and the enemies can't target you anymore, and then the ball sacks just heal you without interruption. It's not the best passive, but it's alright. Her first ability is Reservoirs.
Does this ever happen to you?
You choose one of 3 reservoirs to place down. Anyone who walks over the reservoir gets a buff. From now on, I'm just gonna call the reservoirs buffs because it's so hard to weave into a sentence. The buffs can either be a health boost, which give you 300 max health, and 30 HP per second.
What?
Which scales with power strength. You also got a speed buff, which turns you into
Barry Allen!
And it's also an attack speed buff, which is also a fire rate buff. And you also got the shock that deals electricity damage periodically with 100% status chance to all the enemies around you, and it stuns them. So basically enemies can't hit you because they're fucking stunned. You're moving like fucking Usain Bolt injected with monster into your blood, and you never stop attacking. And don't get me started on her health regen. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Since when does defense scale with offense? Well, this is Warframe, so you know. I guess that's not really that far-fetched. Like, you get more health from your strength. Not to mention any Umbro mods or adaptation. Like, you can't fucking die. Your team can't fucking die. All while everyone is running around like monkeys hyped up on 2 cans of Red Bull and a box of Viagra. It's insane. It also has an augment that fuses all the buffs into one. This isn't mandatory, I just like it personally. By the way, is this frame like the ghost of a cheerleader or something? Since when did ghosts start healing and boosting people? Like am I crazy here? What the fuck? Her second ability is Will-O-Wisp. Wisp shoots out a spooky ghost that distracts enemy fire, and makes Wisp and her allies invisible for a few seconds. You can reactivate the ability to teleport to its location, or hold the ability to make it go fast, but it forces you to teleport even if you fuck up. This ability makes no fucking sense for Wisp. Why the fuck would you give a frame with the largest amount of sustain in the game invisibility? Like, don't get me wrong, it's a very, very good ability, but it just counteracts the entire design of her first ability. Like, it's invisibility, you can't get hit, which makes her first ability useless to her because she can't get hit in the first place. I don't get it. It's like doing surgery on a ghost. The good part about this ability is the teleport, since if you're stupid like me and miss the jump, you can correct it, or you can get yourself to higher places faster than bullet jumps. Also, it has a synergy with her 3, which is Breach Surge. This shit is broken. You do a little twirly move and create an energy explosion that expands around you. Enemies hit by it are blinded and marked. When marked enemies take damage, they have a 10% chance to release a homing projectile that targets enemies' heads and deals radiation damage when it hits them. And it also doubles the original damage that hit them. If you use this ability on one of your buffs, you will teleport to it, and if you use it when your clone is out, it will also create another surge from the clone, which essentially just doubles the range. This is just so fucking stupid. Like, these marks, you just want to spread them all over the enemies. It's like the face of a teenager. You know, just slap it on there and then pop them. Your goal is to apply these pimple-looking things all over the enemies and just watch everything melt right in front of you like your hopes and dreams. And now you see why I called her a cheat. She basically just disables everything that the enemies wants to do and makes you a god. It's like playing Doom, but all the cheats are on.
Sure, we cheated to get here, but you could argue that makes our victory more legitimate.
Her ult is Soulgate. You open a portal to the fucking sun. The portal shoots a beam which blasts enemies with radiation and heat damage. Holding the fire button doubles the damage, but it also increases the energy drain. Every buff that Wisp has on her also empower the Soul Gate. Vitality and Shock add 25% damage boost each, and Haste adds corrosive procs. Additionally, enemies affected by Breach Surge have a 100% chance to trigger the sparks. The thing is with this ability is that it's not very good. It is fun. If you're playing solo, it's pretty useful for damage dealing. But if you're playing with a squad, you are a support, so it's better to subsume it for something else that can help you support the team. The only thing that makes it viable for DPS is the synergy with Breach Surge and her first ability. But even then, it mostly does radiation damage, which isn't very helpful. Playing Wisp is pretty simple. You just go in and then you just breach surge everyone around you and either DPS or use your weapons and keep up the breach surge. Besides that, there is nothing that you actively need to do with this frame. Her support non-ability just happens on its own after you drop the buffs. It's a bit like how my parents used to raise me. Just put it down and ignore it until you need it. I build Wisp like this. Why? Man, I don't fucking know. I mean, since her HP scales with strength, we basically want to max it out. Since I run Roar on here, it helps me even more. Adaptation helps you not get blown up instantly, so you can actually heal the damage that you take. And I personally like the Reservoir Augment, but you don't have to use it. You also kinda want to use an AoE weapon, so you can trigger the Breach Surge on more enemies at once. I don't fucking understand this frame. Like, what's the point of having any other support in the game? Like, she just does everything. Well, I guess that Citrain is pretty good, but like, she's a different kind of support. That's not the same thing. Wisp just breaks the fucking game when it comes to support. Like, Wisp here just heals everyone for free, and you don't even need to do anything after you cast it. It's just there for them to use. And she boosts their health at the same time, at the cost of like 2 fucking nickels and a Pop-Tart. Meanwhile, fucking Oberon here needs to pay his fucking life savings, plus take a loan from the local meth head just to press the fucking button. In conclusion, Wisp is a lot like AI. It's going to replace anyone that can compete. Holy shit, this stuff is starting to replace voice actors. Thank you guys for watching. I wanted to thank you because we recently hit 2,000 subscribers, so thank you guys very much. Thank you for all the support that you've given the channel. I'm sorry it's kind of cringe. I know that a lot of people already do it, but I really don't like to. It seems that I'm gonna have to start saying that you should subscribe if you like the videos and like in order to support the channel. Why, that sounds so cringy to me. But yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.